at noon they woke him up so that he could have his share of the good Christmas fare, but after that he slept again. It seemed as though for many years he had not been able to sleep as quietly and safely as here at Romko. So, the peddler went to sleep after having food, and he didn't cause any harm to anyone and lay down on the sofa in their guest room. He was once woken up in the afternoon, but after having his lunch, he again went to sleep. It was like as if he had never got the chance to sleep so peacefully as he got at this place. In the evening, when the Christmas tree was lighted, they woke him up again, and he stood for a while in the drawing room, blinking as though the candlelight hurt him. But after that, he disappeared again. 2 hours later, he was aroused once more. He then had to go down into the dining room and eat the Christmas fish and porridge. So this man was sleeping. So whenever there was any occasion, there was any ceremony, so they woke him up. But again, he was going back. He was just eating and then sleeping. As soon as they got up from the table, he went around to each one present and said thank you and good night. But when he came to the young girl, she gave him to understand that it was her father's intention that the suit which he wore was to be a Christmas present. He did not have to return it. And if he wanted to spend next Christmas Eve in a place where he could rest in peace and be sure that no evil would befall him, he would be welcomed back again. So after dinner and all, then there was turn of gifts exchange and all. So the ironman's daughter said that the clothes which were given to him were a Christmas present for that person from her father, so he could carry them with him. At the same time, she added and invited the peddler to be with her family for the next Christmas Eve also, and promised that nothing bad would happen to him. The man with the rat traps did not answer anything to this. He only stared at the young girl in boundless amazement. The next morning, the ironmaster and his daughter got up in good season to go to the early Christmas service. The guest was still asleep, and they didn't disturb him. So the peddler didn't have any answer for this and stared at the girl with amazement, with wonder. Next day, both ironmaster and his daughter went for the Christmas service early in the morning. They did not disturb their guest as he was asleep. So when at about 10 o'clock they drove back from the church, the young girl sat and hung her head even more dejectedly than usual. At church, she had learned that one of the old crofters of the ironworks had been robbed by a man who went around selling rat traps. "Yes, that was a fine fellow you let into the house," said the father. "I only wonder how many silver spoons are left in the cupboard by this time." So when father and daughter had come to know that a rat trap seller had stolen money from the old crofter, they realized that the guest at their home was the same person. And now the ironmaster said that it was his daughter who insisted to give shelter to a thief, and was wondering that how many silver spoons had been stolen by him. The wagon had hardly stopped at the front steps when the ironmaster asked the valet whether the stranger was still there. He added that he had heard at church that the man was a thief. The valet answered that the fellow had gone and that he had not taken anything with him at all. On the contrary, he had left behind a little package which Miss Williamson was to be kind enough to accept as a Christmas present. So on reaching home, the ironmaster inquired about the peddler from the valet. So the attendant answered that he had left And to their surprise, the valet told him that the peddler, instead of taking anything from their home, left a small Christmas gift for the lady. The young girl opened the package, which was so badly done up that the contents came into view at once. She gave a little cry of joy. She found a small rat trap, and in it lay 3 wrinkled 10-kroner notes. But that was not all. In the rat trap lay also a letter written in large jagged characters. So the ironmaster's daughter opened the gift. It was so roughly packed that she could easily guess what was inside the pack. Apart from the rat trap, there were 3-kroner notes also, the same notes which he stole from that crofter's home. And there was a letter also. In the letter, what has he written? Honored and noble miss, since you have been so nice to me all day long, as if I was a captain, I want to be nice to you in return, as if I was a real captain. For I do not want you to be embarrassed at this Christmas season by a thief. But you can give back the money to the old man on the roadside who has the money pouch hanging on the window frame as a bait for poor wanderers. The rat trap is a Christmas present from a rat who would have been caught in this world's rat trap if he had not been raised to captain, because in that way he got power to clear himself. Written with friendship and high regard, Captain von Ståhle. So, hope you understood the latter. He thanked this lady, this hostess, who had taken good care of him as if he was a real captain, and that's why he showed the courtesy of a captain, and in return he gifted her a rat trap. Also, he requested her to return the stolen money to the old man. He said that it was she who let him free from the rat trap by raising his status from that of a mere peddler to that of a captain. At last he undersigned as Captain von Ståhle. So he signed as Captain von Ståhle because of a good treatment of this lady, this man has got the real courtesy of a real captain.